My name is Dirk Schumann. I'm the project manager of the APECS Pilot Line. The APECS Pilot Line is part of a huge initiative from the European Union dealing with activities concerning the supply chain resilience for Europe in the area of microelectronics. Always keep in mind it's not just my activity, it's a teamwork, of course. It's not just me and the management team, but it's more than 200 people all involved of all Fraunhofer organizations. What we were able to achieve so far is that we have more than 50% of all equipment under procurement already. We have started the most relevant work packages technically, and we also had successful review meetings in the proximity of the Semicon Europe recently in Munich, as well as on specific institutes of the Fraunhofer organization. APECS is one out of 5 pilot lines within the European Union. However, as a project manager of the APECS pilot line, please allow me to consider it the most interesting one and the most, maybe even most important one in terms of development of new technologies, as well as the industrialization for many companies within the European Union. And it's just much more than just bridging the gap between lab and fab, taking into account what kind of strong ecosystem we do have in the European Union in terms of small companies, medium-sized companies, as well as high-volume manufacturers. It's that we can offer to smaller companies a very attractive infrastructure, always keeping in mind there are not so many companies who are able to spend so much capital in those new technologies. So what we can offer to them is an interesting kind of capability as well as capacity, which will allow them and us to increase businesses, gain more profits, and at the same point in time securing supply chain for the European Union. Within the APECS project, we have 8 international partners involved, which already contribute significantly technically into the project targets. At the same point in time, vice versa, our experts are contributing to other pilot lines within the European Union. So we are very well connected between the pilot lines and taking the additional activities into account, like the chip competence centers or any other European initiative. It's very valuable that we have those activities also under the umbrella of the Research Fab Germany. So it's very highly appreciated that we do have them because they are directly paying into our APECS activities. From my perspective, there are at least 3 strengths and uniqueness which have to be mentioned if we are talking about the APECS pilot line. First of all, we are looking back on more than 5 years of success stories for the Forschungsfabrik Mikroelektronik Deutschland, which is an entity consisting of 15 institutes, 13 out of the Fraunhofer organization, plus 2 from the Leibniz organization. And those institutes were able to closely collaborate with many companies, small, medium, and big companies over the past years. And I believe we were even able to enable new kinds of businesses in important areas like health or renewable energies. Secondly, I personally consider it a huge strength to have those institutes located in different areas of Germany, because due to their good internationally collaboration with many other companies, it's much easier for potential partners to have a low threshold access to our APECS pilot line. And last but not least, it's also important to mention that we are now able to offer new technologies, new capabilities, and production capacity based on the strong financial support of the European Union, Germany's government, and Germany's federal system. So honestly speaking, we are meanwhile already in a pretty good position for the next 12 to even 24 months, because I'm pretty sure that we are able to finalize the procurement within the next 12 to 24 months. We will reach out to new potential partners in the industry in order to align more closely our activities to their needs, to their expectations. In fact, we are also preparing kind of an event end of 2026 where we tend to invite many contributors from the semiconductor industry as well as from public authorities and RTOs, where we can present what we have achieved so far, and we can explain what we are planning to do. And honestly speaking, for me personally, it's very attractive to see something growing, see how things are developing, and bringing them to success.